Hello again from Santa Cruz Catholic Church in Tucson. I'm Father Stephen, and I want to share a reflection for you on St. Joseph as we share it with you on Wednesdays, a day of special devotion to St. Joseph. I'm still thinking about the title of Joseph as protector of the universal church, and the fact that this year of St. Joseph is in commemoration of the 150th anniversary of Pope Pius IX's declaration on December 8th, 1870, that Joseph would henceforth be recognized as the patron of the universal church. And you still wonder, how come it took so long? There's something that theologians speak of in regard to church doctrine, namely the development of doctrine. Really, it means the development of our understanding of what is revealed in the Holy Bible and in the New Testament. It's not that the church has added anything, but that her understanding has allowed her to affirm certain things. And even, for instance, the Assumption of Mary, which we had on the 15th, Pope Pius XII was declaring, which is to say, affirming something that was a matter of faith, and now it could be defined and held by all Catholics. I want to read to you the petition that was made to the Pope in regard to the patrons of Joseph. I found it very interesting to read it. I had read it before, but I was reading it again last week, and it's from the book of Father Philas, a Jesuit who was a great theologian in regard especially to St. Joseph. He wrote some very fine books. This one is called The Man Nearest to Christ. I think it's like 1946, but I think there's some, it wasn't the only book he wrote, but it's really a treasure. Although I did find some things in here that I personally disagree with in regard to the scenario of the wedding of Joseph and Mary. But here's the petition the bishops and other church cardinals and whatnot of the church at the time. It goes like this. No one is unaware that Blessed Joseph was chosen by the special providence of God in preference to all other creatures in order that he might merit to be the spouse of the Virgin Mother of God and to be the father of the Word incarnate, not indeed by generation, but by charity, by adoption, and by the right of marriage. So much so is this a fact that we read that he was not only called the Father of Christ in the Holy Gospels by the Blessed Virgin herself, but also that our Lord Jesus Christ, in the days of his flesh, humbly deigned to be subject to him as to a father. Soberly considering these facts, and at the same time correctly realizing that an ardent desire has long been cherished throughout the world to increase the public veneration of St. Joseph to the proper degree, the undersigned bishops earnestly beg and supplicate that the Holy Ecumenical Synod of the Vatican would favor all the petitions herewith presented, and according to its authority would solemnly declare that even as Blessed Joseph, through being the Father of Christ, became so much superior to all creatures as he inherited a more excellent name than they, so by a decree of the Congregation of Rites, the public cultus of Dulia should be in the future be granted him in the universal church and in the sacred liturgy, second to the Blessed Mother of God and before all the saints. That St. Joseph, to whom the protection of the Holy Family was committed, should be made next to the Blessed Virgin, the primary patron of the universal church. I don't know if you got all of that, and maybe I didn't read it that well. I said it was addressed to the Pope. Actually, it was addressed to the Ecumenical Council of the Vatican, the first one. At that time, they didn't know there was going to be a second one, so they didn't call it the first Vatican Council, but we call it the First Vatican Council. It was truncated and stopped because of the politics in Italy at the time. It only lasted 8 or 9 months, but the bishops wanted this to be declared at the council. It was not, because of the interruption of the council. some people say that the Second Vatican Council is really a continuation of the first. Anyway, the Pope did do this on his own authority, but he did not elevate the liturgical rank of St. Joseph. He didn't feel the time was right. Again, that hesitancy about St. Joseph is curious, considering that Joseph didn't change. All the things that we say about Joseph were true even before we were able to say them. So it's really wonderful that we're living in an age when Joseph is honored so much, and we understand and appreciate so much his role and mission in the work of salvation. As Pope St. John Paul II said, he is the guardian of the Redeemer, and his mission in person is second only to the Blessed Virgin Mary. Go to Joseph.